Hello, everyone. Really sorry for the delays. I really know that it gets very impatient waiting for the results, but I on the behalf of the entire Shastarth, the Debating Society of Dharmashastra National University. Thank you from the deepest bottom of my heart for the patience that you have shown so far. I'm Shrishti, pool member from the Debating Society of Dharmashastra National University, and I hereby welcome you all to the valedictory ceremony of the second edition of Justice R.K. Tankha Parliamentary Debate. The 3 days of rigorous debating and deliberations finally come to an end, and we are very delighted to have our core adjudicator panel, our equity team members, our TAB team and tech team members, the entire organizing committee members, and our faculty advisors, and last but not the least, the participants who made this entire endeavor such a huge success. Without a further ado, I'd like to invite Mr. Animesh Jha sir, our very great supporter, very ardent supporter, and also the faculty member of Debating Society of Dharmashastra National University, to offer the official welcome quote to you all. Animesh sir.
A very good evening to one and all present here, respected guests, revered faculty members of DNLU, our friends from media, core adjudicators, invited adjudicators, and all the participants of this second R.K. Tankha Memorial debate competition, parliamentary debate competition. I welcome you all again on the behalf of Debating Society of Dharmashastra National University. The past 3 days have been extremely educative, extremely entertaining for all of us who were associated with this particular event. And I'm very, very happy to announce that we have very successfully, with the help of all the participants, with the kind cooperation of everyone involved, we have put up a great show. And I sincerely hope that all of you enjoyed this particular experience with us. Before coming on to actually what we have done and how the things have developed in the last 3 days, there is one thing that I'd like to mention at this juncture. Today, as we can see, our world is torn with conflicts. And every time a conflict results in violence, it is a failure. We lose a civilizational argument. We have become civilized, our whole civilization, and not talking about any particular civilization, but globally, we call ourselves civilized on the basis because we have the capability of resolving our dispute through debate and discussion. So it is not only an event, it's an onerous duty on every educated person who claims himself to be civilized to strengthen this particular idea that all the disputes can be resolved by discussion and debate. The words can be powerful, and if every time the words lose its authenticity, its power in front of some kind of violence, we go back. We go back to whatever our ancestors have achieved through this process. So on that note, I again like to congratulate everyone who have participated in this debate. And through this, they have asserted that the debate and discussion is the way forward. While we all are young students who are in their educational institutions, who are pursuing higher education, I am sure that tomorrow you'll be professionals, and upon you will be an onerous duty of conflict resolution. And while doing that, I expect you to remember everything that you have learned in this particular exercise. Furthermore, our particular event, we are very happy to announce again that our event have been as smooth as it can be. We saw the participation of 36 teams as well as multiple independent adjudicators from more than 50 institutes, multiple nationalities, and we saw the participation of approx 250 students in all over the event. And I'm extremely grateful for everyone who participated. They have done a wonderful job. Every debate that happened in this particular event, every debate was worth listening to. I have been privy to many of the debates, and I can definitely say that the level of debating that we have saw I saw in this particular event is unmatched. All the teams, every team deserves being called victorious. But since it is a format of, this is a format in which somebody has to advance to the breaks and then we have a knockout round and everything. But the level of debating makes everybody a winner. And I'm sure that everybody, all the participants, all the teams that have participated in this particular event will go on to have achieved greater glories in all future events they will participate. One more thing I'd like to point out, which the organizing committee, which the whole debating society is very happy about, very proud of, that we didn't have even a single equity conflict in this a particular event, and we are very happy about it. This shows that we have matured as an institution, we have matured as a society, we have as a whole debating diaspora has matured, and definitely that is a very good sign for all the events that are to come. Finally, I'd like to welcome again the friends who have come from media, and those who are those have covered, who have taken great pain to cover this particular event. And all the guests, all our sponsors have done extremely well job. They have been very cooperative, and I am sure you all are eagerly waiting for the results of the event. But before that, I am sure we have, I think, the report of the event has to be presented, and I'm sure that we'll have all good memories when we'll wind up this event. One additional thing that I would like to add at the end, that since this particular curse of COVID is no longer that potent, and the universities, the colleges, we have started in offline mode, and in this regard, we'll be hosting the next session, the next edition of this event in offline mode in Jabalpur, and we all are eagerly waiting to host you physically. Jabalpur is a beautiful place, and I am definitely you'll all feel that our hospitality is up to mark, and definitely we are looking forward to host you in the next edition of this event in physical mode. I'd like to again invite Srishti to further take this event.
Thank you so much for the wonderful words, sir. I mean, being guided by such people, being guided by such aficionados of debating and, just deliberation and intellectual talks is definitely a very, very great bane on us rather. Before we move ahead, before we move ahead with the report of the events, I would first like to take some moment to thank our patron of the event, that is Shri R.K. Tankha sir, member of the parliament and senior advocate. Although unfortunately he could not join us for the valedictory event due to his prior engagements, but we feel that his contributions are the reason that we could make our dreams of conducting such a great event successfully. So again, I would like to extend a huge bit of thanks and gratitude towards him. Now, without a further ado, I would like to invite our co-convener, Karthik sir, to address us with the reports of the event that have happened. Thank you, sir.
Right. Hello. Hi. I would like to congratulate our teams and participants for a very successful event. And I'm very well aware that the results follow my speech. So I'll just be very quick with a quick summary of the events of the last 3 days, and we can move on to the results. Okay. So as far as the competition goes, we had more than 110 registrations in the 2 phases of registration we had, including registrations from both teams as well as adjudicators. There were 36 teams that participated in the event and 59 adjudicators who finally had the confirmations. This overwhelming participation nationally as well as internationally had students from IITs, NLUs, DUs, private DU and the debating circuit, private universities, and other very prestigious universities that truly displayed the spirit of debating all across the board. This reflects that students seek a competitive form of interscholastic intellectual play, demonstrating their critical thinking and speaking skills. Over the last 3 days, we had 5 in rounds and 3 out rounds. The themes for the preliminary rounds included politics, art and culture, education, corporate social responsibility, feminism, while the finals, quarters, and semis had constitutionalism, philosophy, and choices, all of which made for some extremely compelling debates. I would further like to thank it was very much necessary to mention that this event was successful after receiving such amazing participation. And the students here deserve a very sincere appreciation for participating in the event and coming together to make this event a success. Bringing expertise and experiences in an online eventing involves a lot of complexities, but the smooth functioning and management of the committees, including tech and tabs committees, made it all possible. The students were extremely efficient and hardworking, proven by the quick responses that they received on the quiz. The tech and tab policies provided to all the students and the newcomers to the online platform of Discord hardly had any problems using it, as well as Zoom. We had Zoom to help us through the event as well. It was all possible with the help of the committees that included the PR committee, the finance committee, the registration committee, and the tech and tabs committee. Moreover, we had a lot of volunteers and runners who basically kept the tournament afloat and constantly were the supporters of the committee throughout the debate. Furthermore, I would also like to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to the CAP, the EC, and the TAB directors. They were the people that helped us with the major machinations of the competition, that being the core adjudication panel, the equity committee, and the TAB directors. The core adjudication panel included Cheshta, Uzair, Abhipshita, Jibran, Rohit, and Kanika. The EC had Vaishnavi, Ayushi, and Mehul, and the TAB directors were Tanzil and Akshara. There was a range of qualifications and experiences which enabled them to effectively tackle crises, handle complaints, and otherwise act to just ensure that the competition was conducted smoothly and successfully. The CAP was the group that helped us figure out the details of the tournament that we weren't quite as familiar with, as well as with the making of the motions, many of which, when we saw, almost had us itching to debate upon them, which I'm sure we will in our practice sessions and such. The motions are amazing. The equity committee was very vigilant throughout the debate to protect the equity of the individuals and enforce the equity policy to the best of their ability. The TAB directors were on board with us for the last 3 days, helping us with the technological side of things, logging with us for basically the entirety of the tournament, and ensuring that the tournament had no mistakes, especially with the breaks, unlike last time. Talking about breaks, there were a total of 12 teams that broke into the quarterfinals or above, with 4 teams in the novice breaks and 8 in the open breaks, respectively. In the ash breaks, there were 31 members in total. And without further ado, I would like to pass on to the rest of my fellow committee members for the result announcement. Thank you very much. And yeah, we enjoyed the competition a lot, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Karthik sir. I know it has been quite a long time and we have been holding our breaths for quite long, being so patient. But I would like to, before moving on to the result announcements, I would like to, reiterate words by Animesh sir that we need to pat ourselves on the back and tell ourselves that, you know what, we are actually glorious. We are victorious, immaterial to whether or not we take prizes home or not, because this entire event actually told us that, yes, we did a great job. And since this is the format, we also need to appreciate the ones who pulled through until the very end. So without a further ado, I'd like to call our very dear convener, Purva ma'am, to go ahead with the result announcements. Purva ma'am, please.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. It's been a really long wait, but before moving on, I'd like to call upon Chesta from the one of our core adjudicators to announce the adjudication prizes before we move on to the team prizes for the tournament. Chesta, over to you.
All right. Hi, can you confirm that I'm audible?
Yeah, perfectly.
Great, cool. So on to the adjudication prizes. We had a lot of competitive adjudicators with 31 adjudicators breaking inclusive of CAP. So all of the tabs will also be released later on, but these are the adjudication prizes in the order of the averages and all those things. So I'm not sure what the order is, if it's going third to best or third to first or first to third. So I'm just going to wait for the slides to move forward. All right, the third best adjudicator is Utkarsh Pandey with an average of 8.3. Congratulations. The second best competing adjudicator is Swati Singh with an average of 8.6. Congratulations. And the best competing adjudicator is Ishita Marman Kurve with an average of 8.7. Congratulations. Besides these best comp adjudicators, we also have the best novice adjudicator, who is Sachin Kishan with an average of 8.3, also tied as the third best adjudicator. Congratulations. And as a special mention, beyond all the competing adjudicators, all the essays and independent judges excluded, the overall best adjudicator for the tournament is Ayushman Somani with an average of 8.8. Congratulations. I'll hand it over to the OC members to announce the results for the novice finals and the open finals.
Thank you, Chesta. Moving on to the novice finals, we had Wilhuff Tarkin competing against Star Killer, and the results are Wilhuff Tarkin wins the novice finals with a split of 3:2. Congratulations, guys. Moving on to the next category. Before we announce the results for the open grand finals, we'd like to give a shout out to the best speaker of the tournament, which is Soumitra. Congratulations. The next category, we have the open grand finals, where we had General Hux versus the Darth Vader, and the results are General Hux wins the open grand finals of Justice R.K. Tankha Parliamentary Debate 2022 with a staggering unanimous verdict. Congratulations, team. Congratulations to the team members. Moving on. For the grand finals best speaker, we have Shruti Deb. Congratulations, Shruti. Thank you, everybody. That'll be all for the results, but we still have another person to give out the vote of thanks, which is Asmita ma'am, our faculty in charge. Congratulations to all the winners. We'll be reaching out to you through Discord or your emails regarding the cash prizes. Congratulations once again.
Just let me know if I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am, you are.
Right. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I know it's been a thrilling and engaging 3 days, and after listening to the results, nobody wants to wait anymore. But I'll request you to just give me 2 more minutes, because I have to extend vote of thanks, and you need to know the team who have worked hard to put this tournament together. My heartfelt thanks goes to the Professor V. Nagraj, the Vice Chancellor of Dharamshas National Law University, Dr. Jalaj Goyantia, Registrar in charge of DNLU, and Dr. Manvendra Kumar Tiwari, Dean of Faculty of DNLU, who have been exceptionally helpful in providing support and assistance. I would also like to extend my gratitude to Mr. Vivek Tankha for sponsoring this event. And also a big thanks to Mr. Animesh Shah and all my colleagues for their guidance to the team. I have been very impressed and touched by the ability of participants and with enormous cooperation with the organizing committee. So thank you to all the participants for that. My special thanks also extends to the core adjudicators, the lab directors and equity committee for devoting their time with us to ensure the fairness of the event and the tournament. And I cannot emphasize enough my gratitude to my organizing committee, Ajinkya, Ujiswini, Bhavyakirti, Sukanya, Ashay, Ashutosh, Karthik, Vishrut, and Purva for pulling off this humongous event. We have been fortunate enough to have been backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated students who have helped us as a volunteers by being a part of our team finance team, hospitality team, taps teams, and runners. So a big thank you for everyone for that. And I hope to host you all again the next year in the same time. With this, it is a wrap. Thank you, everyone.
Yes, thank you so much, Asmita ma'am, for offering the final word of thanks. Yes, with this, we come to the wrap of this event. Any arrangement of words to express our gratitude and the enthralling experience that we had would be insufficient, definitely. But still, again, a final thank you. And we definitely look forward to hosting you all again, probably offline, as our faculty advisor just said. And yeah, let's all the best for the future endeavors. And yes, may the force still be with you. Bye bye.